we were asked to also have some English for a change, so I, of course, happily comply with that, and I'm going to start right away with my presentation, which will show you one of the projects that I'm currently working on in more detail. My work focuses first and foremost on responsible consumption and production, as the SDG that I picked, in this case really picked, for my research, although this is scalable to all the SDGs in the later stage in the process. First, couple of words on the data set that I'm using. I had a look at 20 Instagram company accounts from sustainable companies in the food industry, in English and German, and this contains, at this point, around 500 posts, so picture, video from plus text, plus the bios and highlights of this respective company. Then the areas of interest that I'm particularly working on with this research are quite widespread. I am focused on sustainability communication, of course, as this is the topic of my titled professorship, but in connection with persuasion, I had a look at sustainable brand identities, at customer engagement and webcare in the context of sustainable companies, as well as customer retention through the sustainable content marketing. And this already leads me into theories and methods that I'm using. I base my research on the theories from a broad field. I take theoretical input from sustainability communication, linguistics, business communication, marketing, as well as environmental psychology. And the methods that I apply are mostly multimodal discourse and also box linguistics. Finally, scalability, and this is what we work on at the Institute for International and Digital Communication in general. Currently, we try to develop a procedure for analyzing complex social media data, which consists, of course, of more than just text. It includes image or video prompts, it includes emojis, hashtags, etc. And to bring all of this together, you need a certain way of processing and analyzing this data that will allow you to get a full picture of what the message is that is being conveyed. And this will then be, of course, applicable not only to the food industry, but to any industry, any company and NGO from any of the SDGs. And just one example just to show you what I'm doing. I took the example of brand identity. And in terms of identity research, you have to know that brand identity works in the same way that any kind of identity is usually working, and that is in three different positions. Either you talk about what makes you you, so this is us, the unique selling propositions of a company, underlining your own identity as a sustainable company in this case. And here, companies, for example, show their sustainable products. They will talk about their sustainable business concepts or policies. They will showcase their external legitimization, like prizes or certifications that they received. And they will also point out that their only interest is not on the economical side, but generally on sustainability for its own sake. So having a look at sustainable topics that are not explicitly related to their own products, like DIYs or things like information of current developments in the field, etc. Then if you have a position, we are not like that, so othering, you differentiate yourself from other identities out there that are non-sustainable, and by doing so you position yourself, of course, as being more sustainable than others. And then you do that by either othering unsustainable companies, so your competitors, or by othering societal trends that are unsustainable, or by othering habits of individuals. And finally, of course, there are some controversial issues or questions that might occur that each company has to take a stand on, and that is not done by just saying, yeah, we are pro this or contra that. You have to really negotiate the position that you stand on a particular issue, and you have to do that each and every time, over and over again. And these positions can be within the sustainability field. You can, for example, negotiate between your social sustainability point or your and then on the other hand, with the economical or ecological side of the sustainability spectrum. So having these identities in one position, or you can also, of course, have more or less sustainable products in your product range and thereby having to mediate those. I brought you one example, and this is one example for othering non-sustainable societal trends. In this case, it's pretty self-explanatory. We have the socialist Brunner lemonade, and they advertise their Black Friday special, which is 0% off, with the comment that because fair trade is more important to us than like consumerism, clearly opposing their own strategy to the societal trend that is widespread, where everybody gets even more percent off every time you turn around. So basically, pretty clear opposition of their own sustainable way of dealing with consumerism and the societal trend that they observe. To conclude, some implications, of course, I do the research to support sustainable businesses and NGOs, but also to generally raise customers and consumers' awareness of the topic, as well as to facilitate interaction about the topic of sustainability in an online context, which is, let's face it, one of the contexts where most interaction happens nowadays. And on that note, thank you very much, and I will be glad to get in touch with any of you later. Thank you.